Hey, thanks for making it to Veterans Info Tap. I'm glad you made it. It's still got some rain going on. I apologize for that, but wanted to keep sharing information because that's what we do. The tap is on, right? So here we go. Testers Guard VA Benefits Act receives strong support at final hearing with veteran service organizations. Wanted to share that with you, bring you up to speed. Please hit the thumbs up, subscribe, share with a friend, all that good stuff. I truly appreciate it. Let's jump into it. The American Legion highlighted strong support for Chairman Tester's efforts to hold scammers preying on veterans accountable by reinstating criminal penalties. Okay, this just came out Wednesday, March 13th, 2024. Wanted to share it with you this fine rainy day, at least rainy for me. All right. At the last of 3 joint Senate and House Veterans Affairs Committee hearings with the nation's leading veteran service organizations, today, Senate Veterans Affairs Committee Chairman John Tester spoke with leaders of the American Legion about his legislative effort to hold predatory claim sharks looking to exploit veterans seeking assistance with their benefits accountable, including those receiving expanded benefits under his PACT Act. There is no reason, just to throw this out there, that somebody who is filing for a presumptive condition should have to pay anybody anything, because that is such an easy thing to file for. The VA presumes that it is service related. You just need to prove that you have the condition. Here's my diagnosis. And prove that you served in a location where that presumptive condition is allowable. And if you need help, utilize a veteran service rep, an accredited representative, or veteran service officer. All right, let's move on. A common theme I have heard during the VSO hearing is the need to crack down on predatory claims consultants, said Tester. Commander Seehafer, I don't know. Does the American Legion support our efforts to reinstate criminal penalties for violating existing law through Senate Bill 740, which is also called Guard VA Benefits Act? National Commander Daniel Seehafer, close enough, emphasized the Legion's strong support of the Guard VA Benefits Act. Without a doubt, we support that legislation. That is sick to me. Our service officers are the true ally, the true friend that I want standing, not only by the veteran, but also supporting the family. That is who we are. Tester is leading the charge in Congress to hold these bad actors accountable with his bipartisan Guard VA Benefits Act, which would reinstate criminal penalties for unaccredited claims representatives who charge veterans unauthorized fees while helping to file a Department of Veterans Affairs disability claim. Underscoring the Legion's role in helping solve current issues facing veterans and their families, the chairman noted the important role the organization has played in helping pass important veterans legislation, including the Deborah Sampson Act, the Hannon Act, and the PACT Act. The American Legion has been a key partner in passing critical legislation for veterans and their families over the past few Congresses. But the fact is, our work is far from being done, said Tester. There are a number of issues requiring legislative action, from veteran suicide to homelessness to education benefits. We need the Legion's input, and we need your support to get these priorities across the finish line. Tester highlighted his ongoing legislative efforts to improve veterans' mental health care, including his bipartisan Not Just a Number Act, to require VA to take a more comprehensive look at factors that best prevent veteran suicide. He also discussed his bipartisan Critical Health Access Resource and Grant Extensions Charge Act of 2023, which seeks to combat veterans' homelessness by reauthorizing successful measures previously utilized by VA to curb veteran homelessness. Tester also questioned the Legion on its effort to work with VA to expand toxic exposure presumptive conditions under the PACT Act, which established a science-driven framework to establish new presumptive conditions for toxic exposure. Tiffany Ellett, the American Legion's Director of Veterans Affairs and Rehabilitation Division, assured the senator that their team has been working closely with the Veterans Benefits Administration and the Veterans Health Administration on this issue. During the hearing's second panel, the committee also heard legislative presentations from Jewish war veterans of the USA, Tragedy Assistance Program for Survivors, National Coalition for Homeless Veterans, Military Officers Association of America, National Association of County Veterans Service Officers, National Congress of American Indians, Vietnam Veterans of America, National Guard Association of the United States, and Fleet Reserve Association. All right, that concludes that. I do want to move on a little bit with some of my own, I guess we'll call it monologue. And by the way, if you want some dialogue, some back and forth content, I do have another channel, if you've hung on so far, called Veterans Daily. I created that channel with Clay from the CivDiv, and we do back and forth. We do a long form video, deep diving into some subjects, and then we have breakouts through the rest of the week. So please check that out, Veterans Daily. With regard to paid services for veterans, I am impartial, we'll say. I'm not totally against, I'm not totally for. I'm kind of in the middle. And, you know, it's one of those situations to where I think that it's one of those situations to where the free services, your accredited veteran reps, veteran service officers, those institutions that are set up for free are often underfunded. And what does that mean? Well, that means that they are typically going to be more reactive than proactive. It means that you might have a longer wait time to get in. And so to combat that, I would say you as the veteran or spouse or surviving spouse need to watch videos like these, other people's videos, whoever, right? Get informed, get information on what you need to do, and do the best you can to gather everything you need evidence-wise. Understand the process the best you can. File your intent to files to buy you time. Gives you 12 months. There's no office out there that's 12 months behind. So putting that intent to file in place preserves your effective date. Work on gathering your information. Try to schedule an appointment. If it's a month and a half out, it's a month and a half out. Gives you the time, because you've watched these types of videos, to gather your information and then get in there and have them help you file that claim for everything that you think you should be filing for. What you shouldn't do is just try to make an appointment, never do anything on your own. Go in there. They're going to turn around and tell you the things that you can hear online, like going and documenting your situation, getting the evidence together, really kind of having that self-assessment on what things you can even file for, because they're not going to have the time. When you finally make it to your appointment, they're going to tell you to go document things. They're going to tell you to do whatever. Or they're just going to say, well, what do you want to file for? And you're going to go, I don't know, my back hurts. Okay, we'll file for your back. Thanks, have a great day. And they go ahead and file it for you. So it's great to have a second set of eyes on the crossing T's, dotting I's. And the accredited rep will also, in many cases, have access to the VA system, so they could peek in when needed to see what's going on with your claim. So you have to do some footwork, right? But at least they can help you make sure that it gets done correctly. Now, on the other side of the coin here is the paid services. Yeah, it sucks. Yeah, do I think that it's, you know, a bit over the top in some cases? Sure. I think it's a bit much in some cases. However, the paid services will probably, in my opinion, spend some time to try to figure out everything that they could possibly file for you, because they want the biggest dollar amount possible. If you're at 0%, they want you to be at 100%, because they're going to get X months. I've heard 5-6 months worth of X. So if they can get you to 100%, that's a ton of money. So they're going to do everything they can to find everything that they could possibly file for you, or help you file, because they're not really supposed to file for you, coach you to file. So there is that piece. But again, watching these videos, you can kind of figure that out on your own and understand what you need to be successful. Throwing it against the wall is not the best strategy. Actually understanding what you need to do to document it for a successful claim is the right strategy. And you'll find that on my channel, and I'm sure other people's channels too. So just wanted to share that with you. I hope you have a great one. Thanks so much for watching. I appreciate each and every one of you. Have a great one. And remember, if we don't take care of each other, something went wrong.